idea always behind making a CD has to be a message and a motive and something that you can portray something different each time, which I've tried to do in all my previous works. Doing this CD, I had a lot of compositions which were in store, and instrumentation, I was always thinking what I could use. So I came up with the idea of using trumpets. And the compositions which I used, which were I used from Miles Davis, Black Satin, Jack Johnson and All Blues, and Manteca from Dizzy Gillespie, and 2 tunes of my old pal Don Cherry. I had them in store, and I had to work it out how I always, arrange it so that music sounds like a unity, like one thing, not like taken from somewhere and just put it together. And I've used a lot of Indian elements just to show, which I've been showcasing all the time, that music is one, like God is one. So these are the elements which I've used, some original compositions, and the name of the CD is called Spellbound, and you will be spellbound. I chose basically my friends and the people whom I really like to work with, and I thought that they would really contribute to the sound of my CD and the message to the CD. Paulo Fresu is a very old colleague of mine, and this is the first trumpet player who played on Glimpse after Don Cherry. And the Nils Petter Molberg from Norway, I know him, I played with him in Jazz Baltica. And then I have Ibrahim Malouf from Beirut, one amazing original sounding trumpet player. Matthias Höfs from Germany is a classical trumpet player. Matthias Schriefel, a jazz trumpet player from Germany. Ambros, a US trumpet player, a jazz player. And Hassan from Turkey. So Hassan played on Manteca, the Dizzy Gillespie tune. 2 tunes played by Nils Petter Molve were from Miles, and 2 tunes were shared by Paulo Fresu and Ibrahim Malouf from Don Cherry. The rest were all original compositions whom they shared, and I think they did a great job, and they motivated me very much to do this CD Spellbound. It's really spellbound. When I came to Italy around about 73, 74, I was very impressed by Africa also, without knowing about it. And I came in search of, creating and, and learning about music, about jazz or whatever you call it, world music, jazz, pop, rock. And that time pop and rock was happening and jazz was happening. So Don Cherry was one of them who knew even Dhrupad Dhamar, which is the old singing tradition of the oldest in India. And he knew my mother in around about 74. And this was the reason, it was a perfect combination of me bringing the Indian element and he coming from Thelonious Monk and from Ornette Coleman to world music. And I really learned a lot of how to combine things and how to make things sound like a thread, like a garland, not cut, of transitions. And this helped me to put this CD together, Spellbound. You will hear in the beginning, there's a very short improvisation of me round about, it's thinking, I think it should be 86, 87. That there's a small piece, improvised piece by me and Don Cherry, which I put as a bonus, as a thanksgiving, as a respect to Don Cherry. And in the end, you will hear him saying thank you. This is a tribute also, a great tribute from me to Don Cherry. Yeah, it is jazz oriented, if you call it, because jazz is improvised music. It doesn't have a place or location. Like, Indian music, there's a location, India. Africa is Africa. Jazz, I don't think has a location because it has taken good things from every culture and put it together, and then people started calling it jazz. And I grew up with improvised music, that is Indian music. I've accompanied my mother. So the improvisation is very audible in the CD. And of course, I grew up with the jazz greats like Coltrane, Miles Davis. And my all-time favorite is Thelonious Monk for his compositions, and you'll hear some things reflecting to that in the Indian context and African context. And of course, I love all kinds of music. So this is one of tributes to what you call music is one. As a child, I was accompanying my mother, and I was 4 or 5 years old, and the theme was always music attached to God, speaking about God, how is attached to spirituality. So this is one of the themes I always use in music. That music has to have this spiritual element, nothing to do with religion. And this comes to me through my Sadguru Ranjit Maharaj, which allows me to be free to play regardless of thinking, if the composition is good, what people will think. That's not the point. The point is you're delivering honestly to the audience, to the world, or whatever listeners. They will be touched by the spiritual element, which is always long lasting. So in Spellbound, I've used, and all my other CDs, I've used this element. That's why I always dedicate my CD, especially Spellbound, to my Sadguru Ranjit Maharaj. CD Spellbound I had a very unique experience of teamwork, and that's very rare. And I really enjoyed doing this CD with my co-musicians, with Trilok Gurtu, Jonathan Cunido. Trilok is from Turkey, a fantastic piano player, and Jonathan Cunido is from Spain and Hamburg. So we really worked a lot on how to put this thing together, how to play less, what to do, what kind of arrangement, less arrangement. And then again, I had a very good co-producer with me, my old friend Joachim Becker, choosing the songs, it was really, really, the critics were very positive, and whatever we did was fantastic. You will hear the sound of good, positive teamwork, and a great mix in Carlo Cantini's studio in Mantova, Italy, where we had great food and some great bottles of red wine. And it was really a great experience playing there and mixing, and really enjoyed doing this CD, Spellbound, with a great teamwork, especially the teamwork with my Sadguru Ranjit Maharaj. That was the best teamwork. In one of the songs was very special. There was a cuckoo, like a pigeon, always sitting on top of the tree every morning, and after tea I would hear him doing cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. And he came up, I heard it, and I started hearing the melody. And then I ran and tried to right away put it on tape. And the melody and the rhythm goes like that. The rhythm, melody, da 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 da, da 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 da, cuckoo, cuckoo. Tip,